welcome back to another vlog. As you can see, we're in my bedroom. So we're starting this new series called Pillow Talk, right? So as it's nursing week, I'm actually gonna talk about my experience as a nurse in the nursing field, in the hospitals, in the health centers. And I know some story times as to what I passed through. And I have a lot of stories during my whole nursing career. So you guys will actually hear more about that. So yes, we're starting this pillow talk. So the first story that I want to tell you all about is actually the time that I saw maggots in someone's feet. The first day that I was actually placed on a ward, it was ward 6 in San Fernando General Hospital, and that was my experience with this maggot. Y'all, I freaked out. So let me start the story, right? So I was so excited because it was my first day on the medical ward, actually out in clinicals. So, you know, I've been studying at Custard for, say, about 2 years, just doing in classroom. And it was my 3rd or 4th year, I could remember. And they placed me on this ward. So I was excited to actually put what I learned in practice. So yeah, I was so excited. You know, it was my first day on the ward, so you know, I make sure I reached on time. I reached real early. I had to reach for 7 a.m. So I left home maybe around 6. Yeah, I traveled and reached to San Fernando General. I reached there for 6:30 a.m. And yeah, they told me where I need to put my bag, what book I need to sign, the register for students. And I was just excited. I just wanted to see all the excitement because I always thought, well, you know, in hospitals, it's as you're on the go, right? True nurses are on the go. You know, we have so much of things to do. So I was just excited to see, well, gunshot, all the different kind of things. Not paying attention that it is a surgical medical ward, you know. So in the moment, I was just too excited, yeah. So it was around lunchtime after 12 when this gentleman was brought into the hospital and brought into that ward. And, you know, they were giving over this patient to the nursing staff. And they told them, well, you know, he is a vagrant, you know, or he is homeless. And they saw that he was getting something was happening with his feet, and they say, well, you know, better they bring him to the hospital and, you know, give him a checkup and a clean up and all of that. So I was like, oh my gosh. Now around this time it was not no COVID time, so you're not wearing no mask, everybody is just out, and y'all, the smells, yeah, this is something that, you know, it took some time for me to get accustomed to. And for those who want to venture into actually becoming a nurse, it really is something you need to consider, right? If it is you're somebody who cannot smell certain things, cannot see blood, cannot see vomit, cannot see bodily fluids at all, then, you know, this is something that may not be for you. So that's why I want to start this pillow talk and give my experiences as to what I passed through. Not everybody's experience will be like this. This was my experience, so just keep that in mind. But yeah, so I was really following the nurse whole day, you know, to see what her day is like. We may get to, you know, assist her in certain skills and all of that. But this skill, I wanted to see what was going down, right? Because, yeah, that was like the first time I ever seen maggots. So, okay, we carried him to the dressing room. We took off his slippers, me and the nurse, and yeah, that foot was smelling so bad, so bad. I could actually smell it. But yeah, that feet was smelling so bad, yeah. So when the doctor came to wash the patient's feet, he told the nurse, well, okay, well, we're gonna clean it with some peroxide and some spirits, and I want you to dress it with sterile gauze, and you know, put some fusidin too, because how the maggots are eating his feet. So y'all, the nurse gathered her equipment. I went with her too. So I'm just going with the flow, guys, because I want to see how this is going to go down. Because personally to me, I'm like, how am I gonna do this? I didn't know nursing is all of this, right? So I'm just going crazy in my head. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is what I put myself up to become a nurse, to be in this profession. This is what I have to do. So yeah, I followed the nurse, and she got all her equipment, got all her supplies, gauze and everything, gloves, even got her mask, gown, everything, because you know you're doing it sterile at the end of the day, right? So when we came back into the dressing room, the doctor was there too, but he was writing on his doctor's notes, and yeah, so we decided, okay, we're gonna start cleaning his feet. Yeah. I have to take a moment. Y'all, when she took that peroxide and started to throw that on his feet, y'all, I didn't even know that maggots, like, they have wings. They started flying all over, pitching, and we had to like get a bucket or something. I can't remember exactly what we got to put his foot over it. Oh, that was an experience. Really was an experience. I didn't know maggots could get into someone's feet like that. And you know the thing about it, they say maggots are formed like if it is a fly sit on a cut or open wound. When flies sit on anything, they mess, right, or pass waste. And that happened to his feet, and because he is also diabetic, and we didn't even know that, it's only after we took that into consideration, after we checked his blood sugar and pressure and all of that, he is diabetic. So he is not even feeling that all this is going on with his feet. Oh, that made me, after that day, yo, I wasn't eating any elbow macaroni. I didn't want anything that looked like maggots to eat. When I came home and I tell my mother and father about the experience, it was like, all that? They didn't even know that nurses have to do all these things. Yeah, that maggots was disgusting, right? But at the end of the day, you know, we have to maintain our composure and still provide care. And that's what I learned throughout the years, that even though certain situations may be disgusting to some people, we still have to be composed and, you know, provide that quality care. Don't be scornful or anything like that when you're seeing about a patient or anything, because remember that they are sick at the end of the day, and sometimes they are not aware of certain things that they are doing. So, you know, don't take that to heart. We're providing a care, and that's the main thing. So, y'all, after those maggots was pitching about and your girl start to fly, what is this? I just moved out of the area. I couldn't handle it, yo. I couldn't. It was my first day on the clinicals, and it was a lot. But yes, I still end up coming back to the dressing room, and yeah, that was when the baggers started to calm down. We cleaned it with the spirits. We ended up using some ointment and some powder, some barrier cream, and all of that. Because you remember, you're walking on your foot, he's walking on his foot, so you know you want to prevent any further break, right? And we dressed it, cleaned it up nice, and we also assisted him, you know, to take a good shower, because remember, this man is homeless, right? So he hasn't had a shower in God knows when, right? So you give him the optimal care that we possibly can. And after cleaning him and doing all these things, later that evening we realized that when we checked him, he was not actually responding. And the whole crash team came and they do the resuscitation and all of that, and he ended up passing away. Now, this was another thing that I never dealt with before. Oh, y'all, that is something that nurses have to deal with also, right? Now, this is the first day. I didn't know that nurses are the ones who actually give the last orifices or the last bath to this deceased patient, right? So I'm like in total shock because my mind's still trying to get over the whole Maggots situation. We clean that up, so okay, we know he's clean and we know that will start to heal. It will take a while since he's diabetic, but we cleaned him up and everything. So I was thinking, okay, well, he'll be fine for the rest of the day. Not knowing all this would have happened, That's the thing with nursing. That's the thing with being in the medical field, that it may start off nice and beautiful, and the day start off great, and then just in a second or a split of a minute, things just change. So you always have to be thinking critical and working together as a team, and teaching people. It's a lot of roles nurses have. So in that one day I saw that what a registered nurse we have to go through, and it's a lot. It really is. But I still love the profession. So yeah, so that last part that the nurses will do, we clean them off, and but obviously the family was informed, I think, before all these things were done, and we take into consideration their religion, because certain religions wouldn't allow you to actually bath the patient and all of that. So this religion allowed it. So we clean up the patient, and then we had to wrap this body. That was the first time that I really had to do that. I assisted the nurse with doing it, putting the name tag and all of this. That was an experience, and I would never forget it. And that actually made me think about the profession that I really chose, and maybe think, is this really for me? Is nursing really for me? Because to see these kind of things, not everybody could handle it. And I must say that after the years of training and going to different hospitals, going to different areas, I got tough skin, and I got accustomed on how to deal with these things. It's not that you would not feel sad if somebody die or anything like that. You don't have emotions. We do have emotions, but we have to control it so that we can still provide care. Because remember, at the end of the day, it's not only one patient we're looking at after a whole floor of patients. There could be 30 plus patients. So you have to really compose yourself. Yes, you may cry, a tear may it come out from your eyes when you're cleaning the deceased patient and wrap it dead and all of that. So it's a lot. It really is a lot, but I had to share this experience with you guys, because I am sure there are individuals who want to become a nurse and thinking, well, okay, is nursing really for me? What it really entails. Nobody really comes out and speak about these kinds of things. And yeah, so the Pillow Talk series has started, and eventually we will branch off to other things. This is just Nursing Week, and because I'm a registered nurse, I want to explain and really enlighten you guys about my experience. But y'all, just know that once you're planning to become a nurse, this is the things that you may have to face. It may not be your first day like me, but I was kind of glad that I got that on my first day, in a sense, after I really think about it, because if everything was going great, like if all the rotations were just, you know, normal routine, normal skills, then I wouldn't think, well, you know, this is something that I may have to face. So it's better I face it up front and handle it than face it later. So yeah, so that was my first experience. I have many other stories, stories from when I went St. Anne's, and yeah, it's a whole lot of stories, guys. So I would see you all in the next pillow talk. Yes, so you see I have my fluffy pink pillow. I love pink. So yes, we will continue this pillow talk. So I hope you enjoy the story time / pillow talk. And you know, if you had an experience like this, if you are a registered nurse or a nurse or a training nurse, you know, comment below and let me know if it is you had any weird experience, anything that grossed you out. You know, you can comment that in the comment section. Thank you for watching this video. So I would like you to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on my social medias. My social medias is in the description box, so you could get it in right there. So yes, bye.